ready? It's the Roundtable with me, Robert Bannon.
It's the Roundtable, and you're here on Broadway World or the Broadway Podcast Network. And listen, I moved to Detroit, Michigan recently from New Jersey and New York. And we thought in New York and New Jersey, we're so fancy and we know all the singers and we know all the actors because we have Broadway and all of this. And then I come to Detroit and I see a river and I see Canada across the way. And I say, who is a Canadian? Do Canadians have talent? Can they sing? Are they fantastic? And then I heard Jamie Fine. And Jamie Fine, she can come sing to me anytime. Jamie, her album is out. People, America, Work Like I Do is a single, and you better bop your... Jamie, welcome to the show.
That was the greatest intro I've ever had, ever.
Thank you, Jamie.
We should just end the interview there.
Canadians can sing.
Canadians can pretend as much as they want to sing, for sure. No, we have amazing talent here.
You have amazing voices and talented people and So when did you decide? Where did you grow up?
I grew up here in Canada, in Ottawa, in the capital, and I have never left. I love it here. I'm very, very proud to be from here, but also, I've had a chance to kind of visit the world. And although I love all these little pockets and have fallen in love with all these places, when I come home, I feel so grounded and safe and nurtured, and I love it here.
Do I know anyone that's an Ottawan? It's Michael Bublé from Ottawa.
I wish. So did you ever watch Friends?
Sure.
Chandler, Matthew Perry's from Ottawa. Yeah, R.I.P. He is from Ottawa. But in terms of singers, Alanis Morissette. She's
okay.
Yeah. See, there's a handful of people that are like from here. Sandra Oh.
I love her.
Baby,
I did SNL with Sandra Oh, and she was so fun and great. And if you watch Electric Shoes, you'll see me in a bad Beatles wig playing bass guitar behind Sandra. Oh, anyway, this is not about me.
I have whole body chills, and I don't even want to talk about my career. I just want to talk about yours.
My career's so lame. I'm in a classroom in Detroit right now. My fun days are over, Jamie. I'm old.
Hardly.
Mama's lived.
with the long hair.
Mama's lived. Tired. So wait. I think Jamie is my new favorite person. She gets my crazy. What I love about your music is, and when you talk about your music, it talks about being an unconventional pop singer. So like we can be singers no matter where we're from, no matter how much money we have, no matter who we love, no matter what we are. Like when I was growing up in the early 2000s and 90s, there was a look of what a pop star had to look like. Britney and Christina. But
totally.
I never fit the mold of what people. I didn't look like Justin Timberlake. When did you have a moment? Was there ever a moment where you said, like, I can't be a pop star because I'm not going to dance in a bikini and sing These Boots Are Made for Walk-In?
Okay, first of all, hilarious visual, but yeah, you know what? I truly haven't had that thought, and that's why I feel like I was, meant to do this. I've always swam against the current, and I've always 1, 2, 3 jumped a lot of things in my life. And my favorite phrase ever that I say, and people are like, oh, damn. I always say, like, you fake it till you make it. Just don't forget to make it. And I think that that's how a lot of people can work through things in a healthy way is you can fake it till you make it. You just can't forget to make it. And you can't forget to rewire that part, that tells you I can't. And I didn't have an instinct on my hard days in my career. I'm like, oh, I'm going to work a 9-to-5 government job. And then I prove myself, every time that this is what I'm meant to be doing.
Millions of streams, hundreds of thousands of followers, music that's charted in Canada. And then the single, which everyone watching right now, like I do, is this first single from the project that's coming out early next year. It's going to be a whole full moment. It's going to be a Jamie Fine album.
I think one of the things that we try to do is, we know that we're living in a social media world, and we know that we're, it's what we're calling a singles game right now. For me, I have a body of work that means a lot to me, and that I think is timeless, and I can put out whenever I want. Right now, we are really just like working towards putting that out, and it's there, and all the music is there, and we feel so good about it. We're gonna put out this music, get more people kind of figuring out who I am. And then release it when we're ready to hit play. We go.
Let's go. And now you used to, like, you've had a career and it's changed. Like I'm part of a group, or I'm a part of a duo, or now I'm doing my own thing. Is it scary to be like, it's you? Like, here she is, boys.
Yeah, literally. It is scary. I've made a lot of, really big changes in my life. Again, having to like 1, 2, 3 jump and either celebrate the success of it or deal with some of the consequences of it. And I think, all those moments in my career where I have done that have been the best decisions I've ever made, not necessarily in conjunction with being easy, quite difficult, in fact, but, working through them and learning a lot and getting here.
Well, you're very honest in your music, and I love that. That was my controversial question, Jamie. Was it controversial? That was as controversial as I get.
Is that controversial?
Well, we've all been through some stuff. So
you need to step up on your controversy. You need to.
I'm coming for you then. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a list of all the controversial things that I'm going to talk to you about now. That's it.
Yeah.
What are the off-topic conversations I can't talk about?
You can talk about no, you're trying to cancel me now. I can't save them because I'm going to get canceled.
Well, I'm not getting canceled. Are you kidding?
We'll get canceled together.
We can't both disappoint Sandra Oh together.
Friends who get canceled together stay together.
Well, you're very honest in your music, not controversial. I swear. So you're very honest in your music. If you talk about trying to sell out back in the day, your first single as a solo artist, trying to sell out and be a pop star. If you talk about ADHD in this song, you go right and hit us. Is that real? Are you speaking from a real?
Oh my God. Yeah. My God. I literally just started medication yesterday. I'm on Vyvanse, baby.
How do you feel?
I don't know. I can't tell yet. The thing is that listen, it's hilarious. If you put a room full of artists together, 95% of us are going to put up our hand and say that we have ADHD. You know what I mean? Most creative brains, right? I think that's part of why we can be creative. I chose to see it as a superpower, and I do see it as a superpower. Less of a superpower when I'm, talking to my girlfriend and thinking about every other thing. And then she's like, did you hear anything that I said? And I'm like, nope, try again, and with family and friends, it can be really brutal. And for me, I wanted this song that put it all out on the table of like, this is how my brain works. And I'm sorry, but I'm full of love and we will figure it out together. Don't leave me,
Oh, that sounds like me. I would write that song to my man. Jamie,
I'm dedicating it to you.
You come to Detroit with your girlfriend. We could have a really cute double date together.
Escape room?
Oh, I've never been to one. And there's a lot of them here.
We're having our first fight.
Oh, Jamie, no, please.
You must go to an escape room. You can't disappoint me like this.
But I take it now. You take ADHD medicine. I take anxiety medicine. Will they let me out if I'm scared?
They will 100% let you out, but I will hold you. It will be fine.
Okay. Then I'm gonna do it if you do it. So your openness about your personal life, was there ever? I'm 41 and you're 31 and I'm older than you, but there was a time where people didn't talk about things like that. It was a secret. You had your best friend that you shared a 1-bedroom apartment with and things like that. And then you died, and in your obituary it said Robert had a special friend. So what was that about being so open and honest about it? What was it that was like, excuse my language, fuck it, I'm just gonna say it?
I think, first of all, that's exactly what it is. It was me saying, fuck it, I'm just going to say it. When I was a kid and, had a tough childhood in terms of figuring out who I was. And, music gave me a sense of feeling a little less lonely, a little more understood. And music was my, I know this sounds a little cliche, but music was my therapy. And I think it is for a lot of people who had my experience as a kid. And so when I grew up, when I realized what I wanted to do for the rest of my life, which was music at a very early age, I wanted to give people with my music what music gave me, which is that feeling of feeling a little less lonely. And, in order to do that, I need to open up my journal and open up the mess that's inside my head to people. But once you do that, when you 1, 2, 3 jump that, I think you realize that a lot of people actually feel the same way. They just didn't have the space to say it. So let me be somebody who gives them the space to say it. That's what I've always wanted to do with my music.
Well, it means a lot to me. I teach middle school, and a lot of kids have come out to me. I came out very much later in life at 33. I came out with a song called, I came out with a song called I Think He Knew, about parents and kids. Like I met my fiance. We get married in May. At Motor City Pride. He booked me to be an act, and then he just kept me forever. So like the community is important, and there's so many young ladies, young gentlemen, young people out here who need to see Jamie Fine, hear you sing songs to your partner, hear songs about your struggle, because they don't see it anywhere else. And it's so important, Jamie.
The representation. Well, I appreciate you saying that. And you have done the same thing, right? And what you do is just as important. And I think it's, us being in a position of having people listen and having a little bit more of a platform. I think there's something beautiful about teaching people through behavior, not just through talking. Teaching people that you end up being okay, and teaching people that, we're still here and we made it and we can be happy and we can have love like everybody else and all these things. Showing people that is, I think, a little more powerful than, yelling it from the rooftop sometimes. And maybe it's a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, but I think both have to work together.
Oh, that's so good. Well, you said we both have done that, but see, you've been streamed 100 million times and mine's been streamed 1,000 times if I'm lucky.
So that's 1,000 people whose lives you probably helped. And that's
whose many lives you've helped, and it's really moving to me. This is called a transition, Jamie, because I'm a professional. Okay. See, this interview is my favorite of all time.
This is what we call a transition.
In Africa, historically, my friends are from there. I have many friends who have come here. You have multi-platinum success in South Africa. You're going on tour in South Africa. It's a community out there that has not always been represented by the queer community at all. Many repressive rights. What is it like for you to have struck a nerve in Africa?
Okay, well, I don't know if I want to have struck a nerve, but
in a good way.
Yeah, I think it's making noise. I think again, it's like, I'm lucky to be from Canada where we have a lot of rights, and I've never candidly felt unsafe, and that's a privilege for sure. A lot of other places in the world don't have that. And so I look at somewhere like South Africa where, what's funny is I look at actually now, South Africa is one of the top most accepting countries of LGBT plus rights now, but it was, as you said, it wasn't always like that. And so going there and seeing a community, and it makes you realize how important community is, right? But seeing a community literally across the world feel the same way that you can, and you can connect, that's like, oh, that's everything. And what you brought up before of like, me singing she in a song or her, or using that pronoun that like, I never thought about that because I came out not 33, but I was 18. I had no idea I was gay. And then I came out and I was like, oh, I'm a raging homosexual, and had no idea. And since then, it's not something that I'm very privileged to say that, but my family was beautiful. My friends were beautiful. I've never had an issue. A lot of people don't have that experience. And so again, what I was saying before, showing through behavior that things end up being okay, that things work out. That's everything that I wanted to do. And doing it halfway across the world is like, whoa, never thought I'd get that chance.
And also, like, for people who are not in the community, you have to hear Jamie Fine sing. Like, you sing up and down and around.
It's auto-tune.
So, so we could record together because my tone.
Perfect.
So, my middle name that's my drag name, Tone Corrector. It's Jamie Fine. Is this album? We're gonna say we could follow you on the social medias of it all, and we'll put all the links below. And then you could stream the new single that is just out, and the album and everything. Like I do. What I like about the song is because I'm one of those people that want to be a little clingy and lovey, and like no one can love you like I can love you either. Darius Wheeler, I love you. Nobody. I dare them to come try into my. I dare you try to come love this man the way I'm going to love him.
That's what I'm saying.
In Detroit, I will take my earrings off and my shoes, and I will, you know what I'm saying?
I must book a flight right now to Detroit to come see you. I must. I'm skipping Christmas. I'm coming to you.
Well, I'm coming to New Jersey for Christmas.
Yeah, I'm going there.
Come on. My brothers, they're going to have a baby. We have a good time. It's a gay old time.
I love it.
I want to see you in concert. I want to see you touring. I want to see your music. I want to listen to you. I want to book you for Detroit Pride next year. We have a lot to do together, Jamie Fine.
Oh, it would be beautiful. And I'm excited to get into the States is a beast. It's a beast. Yeah. And it's one of those things that I've had an opportunity to travel around the world and to perform in these really cool places. And we were actually going to do Ohio Pride last year. I really want to just like get in and build communities there. The United States is my number one listening country by far, but that is a dense little place in the world. There's a lot of y'all over there. So working towards getting there and meeting the people who are like supporting me from down there is like everything that I want to achieve next year.
It's gonna happen. It's happening. It's already happening because your music is amazing. So I can't wait to see you at Pride somewhere. We're gonna make this happen.
I friggin' love it. And can I say that the students who have you as a teacher might just be the luckiest kids in the entire freaking world, because I can only imagine I've known you for about 3.5 minutes and we're best friends, but like truly, I feel like having you as a teacher is going to change people's lives. I'm not just saying that. And I know we've laughed a lot, but they're very lucky to have you as a teacher. I think it's beautiful.
Well, the reach you have and the voice you have and what you're using it for is equally beautiful. You're saving lives all around this world. And I just say, keep going. Let's fly. Let's shine. Let's go. Let's do it.
Love you.
So what we learned, stream Jamie Fine's music, follow Jamie Fine. She's already just agreed to sing at my wedding for free. And you missed that part? No, rewind it back. And shout out to Canada for being so good about a lot of things that we here in the United States don't do well.
It's true. We're all working on it. We're all doing our best.
We're a work in progress. Well, we'll be listening to you tonight in my house while I cook dinner, and we'll be listening. And I encourage everybody to listen to Jamie Fine wherever music is heard, and we'll be ready for the album. We'll be following you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. I love y'all.